Hi, Becky Spieth here. One of the questions that I've received on a weekly basis while working with leaders across the board, regardless of the profession, is how do I motivate my team to greater activity, right? Well, last night I concluded a private VIP group that was in an intensive transformation course. They had become very clear about their motivational why. They cleared limiting belief barriers, began trusting themselves and their success in a whole new way. They decluttered physically and mentally. They also discovered how to create intentional goals and a new plan forward. Now, together, we also put together new life and business plans. We created and cast a compelling vision, and we mapped out the plan for greater levels of success. I have to tell you, the energy that was within this group was so incredibly high and focused. Some of them were messaging me even at 3 a.m. in the morning because they couldn't sleep due to the new awareness and freedom and also their new productivity. Will this last for just a nighttime? No. How do I know? Because I've worked with many people in this manner and the results are sustainable and always the same. Transformation. There's nothing that compares to the clarity, the focus, growth, and empowered activity that stems from inspiration and motivation. One of my earliest mentors in personal development told me that motivation is a pulling force. The key to being motivated is to have a motive. Think about it for a moment, right? The word motivation comes from the word motive. So if you're going to go and, let's say, share your business, you have to motivate yourself by reminding yourself of the motive for doing business. Whether you use the word motive or you use the word reason, motivation really needs to come from that source. Without having a reason or a motive, motivation will be hard to come by. Inspiration, on the other hand, it's more of a process. You might hear a speaker who inspires you, or read a book that inspires you, or maybe even hear a song, or see someone, or meet someone that inspires you. Whatever it is that inspires you, it touches you on the inside and it connects you to a state of being more excited, productive, purposeful, or anything that comes as a result of being inspired. As a speaker, one of my goals is to give people insights into defining their life purpose and applying it to their business. Once they realize their purpose and their motivational why, something inside of them awakens. They're inspired to live their purpose with passion. Now, the word inspiration comes from a Latin word which means in spirit or divine guidance. So inspiration is something that you feel on the inside, while motivation is something from the outside that kind of pulls and compels you to take action. Inspiration is a driving force, while motivation is that pulling force. Now, let me ask you, do we need motivation or inspiration? I say both. We all can benefit from motivation and inspiration. As a speaker and leadership success coach, I'm frequently asked if I could give a magic bullet for motivating a team. I can show you and your team the steps to being motivated, which is to look for that motive, but the rest of it's completely up to the individual. I can also do a speech about how to awaken inspiration. Motivation and inspiration are two different things. I love this quote by Wayne Dyer. It says, motivation is when you get a hold of an idea and carry it through to its conclusion. And inspiration is when an idea gets a hold of you and carries you where you're intended to go. A leader is someone who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. So keep in mind that people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Let's break this down. We can't truly become what we need to be by remaining what we are. There has to be growth. Isn't it true that change is inevitable? Think about it. Change is inevitable. Growth is optional. Will you choose to grow? Will you set a platform for your team to grow? Growth is closely connected to motivation and inspiration, and they're all tied to action, which is what we want. So let me answer the $1,000,000 question for you. What moves people to action? In my ebook, Take Action Incentives, Create Action Accountability and Results, I answer this question. There are nearly as many answers to this question as there are people on the planet. However, there are consistent threads that run through most of them and are quite predictable. So I want to share those with you. What moves people to action are to feel valued, to achieve success, to have their family be proud of them, to have an incentive reward that they really value, and to make a difference. Zig Ziglar shared with me during one of his final public appearances. He told me, honey, if you help enough people get what they want, you'll always get what you want. I can still hear his voice ringing in my head and in my heart. You know, my mentor, John Maxwell, says, a successful person finds the right place for himself, but a successful leader finds the right place for others. How can you live this out in your direct sales business, especially in regards to having a team that's motivated and on fire to grow their businesses? Even before you offer any of your business opportunities to them, discover their motivational why, and as a result of what you have to offer them in your business opportunity, what else do they want to do, be, have, or give? Tie it back to your business, as your business and team are the vehicles for them realizing their purpose and their motivational why. Once they join your team, tie these things into income-producing activities and tangible results. You know, some other tips to keep your team motivated are to take time to really develop a relationship with them. Encourage personal growth and development. Study together. Invest in outside training and coaching. Create a team culture and identity. Celebrate often, and not just the really big accomplishments. Encourage your team to self-promote all the amazing things that they're doing and accomplishing. Remember, share, share, share. Offer incentives and challenge contests. You know, the ebook I mentioned is a great resource because they're just ready for you to print them out. Connect with them often. You know, use social media, conference calls, Google Hangouts, meetings, workshops, retreats, coaching appointments, whatever, but stay connected. Make sure you're walking the talk and create transformation experiences for them. You know, check out Master Your Business Faster, Team Transformation Experience, and let me support you with your team with this. Get your team on the same page, motivated, inspired for business, and that'll create more consistency and excitement for growth and success. I really want to help you, so check that out. You know, teamwork makes the dream work. We can team up together with your team. You know, most people look to find the exception instead of really desire to be exceptional. And my desire for you and your team is that you become exceptional. If you're interested in learning more about how to motivate and inspire your team to sustainable transformation outside of what we've already talked about, go ahead and just private message me. You'll also want to check out the new courses and resources. Check out my newsletter and blog. You know, I look forward to serving you and your team to greater capacities, and I know that you're going to have a motivated and very inspired team. Let me know what else I can do to serve you. I'll be back with more tips and more training next Saturday. Take care and God bless you. Bye now.